Need a video idea for this weekend because, frankly, I don't got one. We could do more of the same, or I could try and think of a new game to play that everybody has, but I think Taylor's in Texas, and I don't know where Joe is. Preston could be anywhere. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. It
John
didn't
Mark,
ring.
we have to cook.
What? Wait, what? Wait, huh?
We have to cook.
What do you
John
mean
Mark.
we have to cook?
Why don't you check your Google Drive, John Mark? I have prepared a little something for you.
Google Drive? What?
Yes.
Oh, it's a... okay. I count 24 squares and then 6 that are blue.
Oh, shit, I forgot your color. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. I have fixed it.
Okay.
John Mark, do you know what we are doing today?
No. What are we doing today?
We are going to make we are going to have a little game between us where we will make the perfect roster, our ideal rosters for Mortal Kombat 12. Because after MK11, Ed Boon can't be trusted to do it. So, we're going to do it ourselves, so Mr. Boon does not have to. And when we're done, we will each have 30 minutes to make our roster. As you can see, we have 6 differently colored squares. So we will have 24 for the base roster, 1 pre-order bonus who can or cannot be the boss of the game. It really is just what you want. And then 5 DLC slots. And so, when we are done, we will compare, and then we will argue it out to make the definitive roster for Mortal Kombat 12.
I have a feeling there's gonna be a few that we don't agree on. It's gonna be like picking children.
No, yeah, believe me, this is gonna be a lot harder for me than it will be for you.
Yeah, you're gonna need that whole half hour. I might.
No, I know. But now, once we are ready, we can let me set up our timer, and we will end our calls, and we will start this process. Remember, 30 minutes. I've got a timer. I've got my own timer going, so when I call you back, time is up.
Okay.
Now, actually, I don't know how well the time limit's gonna work, but we will see. If we end up needing more time, we can get more time. If I don't call you in 30 minutes, it means that I needed more time.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be here.
We're playing very fast and loose, just like the Wild West. I'm gonna get my roster done in 30 minutes, but I will have to spend time covering it up.
That'll take a few minutes.
It will take a few minutes, but I'm gonna try to cover up as many as I can as I go. So, without further ado, we can split up and search for clues.
Okay, I've been dumped with this upon me, and Preston wants me to make a roster out of the cast. So, I think we all know that I have really no idea what we're doing here. Preston kind of wrote me into this. It's fine. So, first I'm gonna put, well, there's no argument why Scorpion, because he's in every game but one, and he's my favorite character. I don't know. I'm not good at talking to myself for half an hour.
Now, what John Mark doesn't know is that actually, John Mark doesn't know a lot of things, but among them was about this challenge beforehand, which means I had a bit of time to prepare this. Now, I have a feeling he's probably gonna be done within the first, 5 to 10 minutes of this, because John Mark doesn't necessarily have the same attachment to these characters that I do. However, for me, this is quite literally going to be like picking between children. but I'm going to try to go about this in a logical way. So first off, I'm just going to start with, and by the way, we're using Google Drawings for this because I can't be bothered to pay for Photoshop. But we're going to start, and we're not going to show you all this as well because don't want to give you too many spoilers so you can figure things out as John Mark does and vice versa. But just as a little starter, we're going to start with the original 7 from the first Mortal Kombat game because I feel like they're a pretty safe bet. They'll probably make it into the game anyways. So yeah. So just to start off with, just as some easy gimme slots, we're gonna do that. If I can find them. I've got pictures ready up on the side. So actually the ones on the edge are different sizes than the ones not on the edge, so that's gonna suck a bit. But I have a feeling, so if I know John Mark at all, I feel like his roster is literally just gonna be the MK9 roster. Which, fair enough. MK9's a good game. I like MK9. MK9 is one of my favorites. Mine will probably also look a little bit like MK9, but I think it's about time that we get some more 3D era characters in these games.
And if you have a Scorpion, you have to have Sub-Zero as well, because you can't have one without the other. There's no point in the rivalry without the rivalry being present. And if you put Sub-Zero, I might as well put his dead brother in as well. Because, I mean, it's really Sub-Zero's dead brother and Scorpion who have the rivalry, not the younger living brother, but I don't need to explain that. I feel like Preston's already only got like one on there. He's like having like smoke pouring out of his ears. You know, he hasn't been in the game in a while. We're gonna put, or by himself, we're gonna put Cyrax in, because he hasn't been standalone. He didn't get to be in 11. He was an NPC in that game, and, well, he was not really a character in 9. But if you have one of the Cyber Ninja, you gotta have the others as well. So you gotta put Sector and Smoke on the list, because one without the other is just a crime. You gotta have the trio, because, yes.
So I was thinking, especially with the ending of MK11, with Liu Kang like resetting the timeline, it wouldn't make sense for Shao Kahn or Shang Tsung or Quan Chi to be there, because it just wouldn't. Why would he reset the timeline and do that? So I think, but he also wouldn't get rid of all the enemies, because then we wouldn't have a game. So I think there is one character who they haven't faced yet in the NetherRealm era, who I think would make the perfect boss for this game, and therefore would make the perfect pre-order bonus. I think the boss for MK12 should be Onaga. Like, just, oh, there we go. So there we go. We've got the boss and / pre-order bonus of Onaga. So, who else should be on this roster? Well, we can also go ahead and get some of the more safer bets in there, like Kung Lao, Katana, and Kung Lao, Katana, and uh-oh. I fucked it up. Okay. I fucked it up. It's okay. It's back to normal now. Anyways. So, I'll, who else was I gonna put in there? I was gonna put somebody else. I don't remember who. This is not boding well for me. Oh, Jax, that's who. Jax is the other, I feel, pretty safe bet to put in there. So, we've got that. These guys are all safe bets, I'd say. Except Onaga. Onaga's a bit different, but yeah. He's just a little silly, goofy.
I mean, might as well include the original 7, but it's just it's a reboot, so we can add Johnny Cage and Raiden to this, as well as where's Liu Kang? I've lost him. Uh-oh. That's a problem. This is awkward. Well, I might as well add the one I can see of the originals because they're. Oh, I lost Sonya, and add Kano and Sonya because there's another good rivalry there. I still can't find Liu Kang. He's just missing. Oh, there he is. Okay, there we go. I feel like these are the ones that are also going to be on Preston's list. Maybe with a few exceptions, but I feel like at this point, he's only got like 3 down. I've got like almost half. Because he's got a way bigger commitment to these characters than I do. And this is going to be a real pain in the butt for Preston to splice because I'm like half done and he's not.
Okay, so it's been a few minutes now. But I think this is another one that I think should be in the game. So we've had Goro playable in X, and we've had Shiva playable in 11. I think it's time we get Kintaro as a playable character, maybe even as a mini-boss within this game. But who knows? Now, like I said, I'm not going to show you all of the ones I put in here, just because I don't want to give you too many spoilers before the end, which is why these guys are all covered up right now. But, shit, I fucked it up again. That's why those guys are covered up right now, but I will go ahead and tell you another one of the 3D era characters that I think should definitely make his return, because I thought he was pretty cool. I really want Havoc to make his return in MK12. But that's gonna be one of the last ones that I'm gonna show you. I might show you a couple more, but probably not for a bit.
We haven't had Kenshi in a game in a while, so I think he'd be cool. He was cool in 9. He's always been a fun character. The blind swordsman. Why not? What could go wrong? We haven't put any villains on the list yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a fairly decent villain on there. Put Quan Chi's there. He's caused a lot of problems, but he could be cool for like a tower ending. I don't know how it'd be, but like, he could be cool.
Okay. Now we're getting to a lot more difficult to decide who should be here and who shouldn't be. But I only have 4 base game slots left, and I think I know who some of them are gonna go to. Ooh, this is actually a very difficult decision for me to make. Like I said, it's like choosing between children. I hate this. Why did I come up with this idea? Why did I come up with this idea? Anyways, so here's just one more 3D era character that I think should come back because he's pretty cool. I think we should bring back Movado, because Movado, literally in his first appearance, he just he kills one of like the legacy characters. He kills Cabal in his first appearance, and he uses Cabal's weapons when he fights everyone else, and I think that's badass. And so yeah, I think we're gonna keep him. I think we're gonna put him in there.
You know, I feel like Preston is struggling because he's got like 20 minutes left at this point, and I'm basically done with my choices. But yeah, this is I think the more enjoyable half of the video is going to be the debate, because this is, well, I don't know what Preston's doing. He's probably having a stroke right now. Yeah, Preston's probably having an absolute stroke. But that's probably for the best. Let's see. Who else should I include? You know, I think I'll give Sindel another shot. Sindel seems like she deserves a chance at being cool. She's been in a lot of games, but she's very different in every game sometimes. 2 more slots. Interesting. This last one's gonna take me some time. Because I've got cool options. I've got a lot of the villains, but I don't want to just bloat the DLC with villains. I said I was gonna put a hero in, but like the primary cast is most of the heroes. I'll put some air quotes over that. Like Kano's not a hero, but he's a primary cast member. I could put like interesting. Tanya hasn't shown up. Well, she was in Eggs, but Tanya could be a good choice to round that out. Not make it all heinous villains, because Tanya isn't terrible. She's just herself. Okay, pre-order bonus. I think it should be Onaga. I don't think it should be playable. I mean, I think Onaga, but you might have to tone him down a lot. But playable Onaga would be very cool. But nowhere near as powerful as his boss form, because it won't be fun like that.
But what I will tell you guys about the DLC slots is that my current plan is to have the DLC be 1 character from the trilogy, or from the original trilogy, 2 characters from the 3D era, and 2 characters from the NetherRealm era, just to balance it out. So let's do that and see how it goes.
I think this list is good. Sure, there's probably going to be a few people unhappy. Like, I don't know, someone's going to be mad at me for not including, like, Lime or, like, Jarek. Something along those lines. Because there's always someone unhappy. You can't please everybody. Or, like, some, like, obscure Nitara fan is gonna come at me for not including Nitara. Or someone's gonna come at me for those 3 just for mentioning their names, and they don't know who they are. You know, I want to see if Preston's done. Let's see. He'll probably not pick up. He's probably not done by now. Welcome. Are you finished?
Yes, I am actually. I finished with a lot more time left than I thought I would.
I thought it would take him less time, but it actually took a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought I'd be done in like 10 minutes. It took me like 15.
Yeah, it took me like 20.
Because I had to I got everybody I wanted on there, and then I got down to like 3 slots left, and I'm like, ooh, who gets these?
No, I've had that same issue. So, you want to present first, or you want me to present first?
You should present first.
I should present first?
Yeah, you should present first.
Okay, come take a look at mine then. Okay.
Oh, you covered everybody. I didn't cover all of mine.
I covered all of mine just so you could. I covered them as I went, but some of these I left uncovered for the recording, but I covered them all up for you so we could have a big surprise. Do you want to go ahead and cover yours real quick?
Yeah, let me cover mine.
All right, technical difficulties.
I left like 5 of mine. It's more than 5. It's like, I don't want to count.
Is it 7? Is it the original 7?
No, actually the original 7 weren't all covered. 2 of them were actually covered.
Oh, okay. Now,
there were some people who were obviously uncovered because you can't have a game without them.
Yeah, no, I know.
You know what? I'm gonna leave one of mine uncovered because It's the whole. Yeah, you'll find out why. Okay,
Okay.
now I'm watching yours. Yeah.
Okay,
there we
cool.
go.
So, first of all, I'm just gonna get the obvious out of the way. Yeah, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are obviously in the game. Actually, I can just delete the squares as I go. I don't have to drag them away.
Yeah, you can just kill the squares.
Yeah, so I figured this could be a nice. Since it's a new timeline, we should at least have the original 7. So we've got Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kano, Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, Raiden, and of course Liu Kang. But after that, it gets a little different. So I don't remember exactly where all of these guys are on the grid, so it's gonna be fun to figure out as we go. But so I figured at the end of MK11, right? I tried to make mine good lore, you know? So at the end of MK11, of course, spoilers for Mortal Kombat 11, but if you haven't played that or seen that played, then I don't know why you'd be watching this. So by the end of the game, of course, Liu Kang resets the timeline. That's the whole thing that he does. He resets the timeline, and essentially he's gonna build a new good timeline. So I feel like what he would probably not include Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, or Shinnok in his new timeline, just because, those guys kind of threaten the fabric of reality every Tuesday. But I feel like, and I bet you're wondering, then why would you include Kano there? Well, yeah, I think Kano's low enough of a level of a threat for him to just kind of slip through the cracks, and Liu Kang not really worry about eliminating him entirely. Anyways, but I think there is one character who, in the course of Mortal Kombat history, has gotten the shaft way too much, but is definitely the one that should be the main villain of this game, because it's believable that in the NetherRealm timeline, they've never had to deal with this guy, so Liu Kang wouldn't really know to erase him. And I believe that main villain, main boss / pre-order bonus should be Onaga, the Dragon King, the ruler of Outworld before Shao Kahn, that Shao Kahn just killed with poison. So Liu Kang wouldn't really know to eliminate him, meaning that he would just be there, and he could be the new ruler of Outworld in this new timeline, and we could have some hijinks ensue. Now, we do also have some more obvious ones that are just kind of there, like Kung Lao, Kitana. I believe this is Jax. Yes, that's Jax. And so, there we go. Now, another thing I wanted to do with this is I wanted to include some more characters that I think got the shaft earlier and definitely need to come back. And I also wanted to definitely emphasize that there's more realms than just Earthrealm and Outworld. And I also wanted to emphasize the conflict between people on different realms and within the same realm. So I decided we needed... Oh, sorry, Kenshi's there too. Kenshi is our boy. But I decided that Sector and Cyrax were needed as a nice little... Can be a nice return to form, of having Sub-Zero having to deal with those chuckle fucks. And it'll just be a nice, fun little time. Now now you may be wondering, what about Smoke? We'll get to him. Is he on the roster? I don't know. But, he's not there at the moment, so we'll see what happens with this. Now, I don't remember what some of the next ones to come up are. I believe this one... Actually, I think I know who this is. This is the boy, the man, the myth, the legend. I should have taken a picture of this before I covered it all up. But
yeah, that's smart.
Anyways, this guy right here, if he is who I think he is, this guy can be a nice little mini-boss, because in MKX, Goro is playable. MK11, we had Shiva. I think it's high time for Kintaro to come back. And to be able to play as Kintaro, he could be the mini-boss of this game. I also think that he would just be fun to play as a new Shokan. that's not Goro or Shiva. Now, I don't remember the order that a lot of these guys are in. Another thing that I want to point out for mine is that I wanted to include a lot more 3D era characters, because the 3D era is literally most of Mortal Kombat, but they just really like to pretend it didn't happen. And because of that, so many like characters that I thought were pretty cool just only appear in 2 games. And one of them's main shtick was that everyone was there. So, I believe this is a 3D era character. Yes, Havoc. Because, once again, I want to show that we have more realms than just Earth Realm and Outworld. So I feel like Havoc is a great way to bring Chaos Realm back into the mix. Definitely, like, we could return back to the format of a tournament and have more than just Earth Realm and Outworld competing. We could have Nether Realm competing. We could have Chaos Realm competing. We could have... That's a different one. Shit. I was trying to go for an Order Realm thing, but yeah, no. Jarek is also here.
Yeah, Jarek's definitely from Order Realm.
No, that's not what I meant to pull out. I don't know where he is. Oh no. He might be right. Let me just check something real quick. Let me check if that... I can't tell if that's... Oh no. Oh no, it's all going... Nope, that's not who I'm...
That's not who you think it is. That's not an Order Realm person.
No,
He's cool.
I think it's right. I think that's... Oh, wait. Is that... Nope.
That's not it
Hold
either.
on. I think it's right here. Hold on.
I think it's
right
one
here.
to the left.
Nope, that's not who I'm looking for either. Is it? Don't tell me it's right. It's right here. Okay.
Right there.
Hotaru. Like, or can represent the Order Realm in this game. Now, I bet you're wondering, why is Jarek here? Well, he's not the only Black Dragon member who I wanted to kind of dig up, who hasn't really gotten a lot of love as of late. Tremor as well. So, Kano's got his Black Dragon crew. It's a bit different than what you might be used to. I'm sure you might be used to Cabal being there, but there is a reason for Cabal's absence. And I think that reason is right here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That's who you think it is.
Yeah, Mavado. So Mavado is another 3D era character who hasn't gotten a lot of love, but he's so cool. Because in his first appearance, he literally just shows up and kills Cabal. Just off screen. He just kills Cabal. For no good reason.
Cabal dies off screen a lot.
He does. Don't worry. I took care of Stryker and Cabal. And
Especially
you know,
in that one bad movie.
That one bad movie, which, speaking of which, I believe he's right there.
Yep.
Stryker. Now, I bet you're wondering, this is an odd assortment to have Stryker, Mavado, Jarek, and Tremor all in the same place. Now, why would that be, you may be wondering? Well, I'm glad you asked. So I figured there could be a fun little storyline of the Red Dragon versus the Black Dragon. And of course, if you know your lore, you will know that Stryker and Cabal are pretty good friends in a lot of media. And so I think what would be an interesting take is if there's like a whole turf war going on with the Red Dragons and the Black Dragons. Cabal gets involved. Cabal gets killed by Mavado, the leader of the Red Dragons, and now Stryker wants revenge for his friend in the midst of this turf war between these two rival gangs. Anyways, which of course could all get brought up in the tournament as well. And so, I don't remember who this is, but we'll see. Ah, yeah, Reiko. Reiko, so I figured we should have some more Outworld characters that could be generals for Onaga. Reiko is one of them. He's literally a general. Kintaro is another one of those generals. Now, Havoc could be working with Onaga, possibly, maybe. But Havoc is more of a wild card, I feel. Hotaru, I don't think he'd work with Onaga, but he also would probably just work with himself. That's about it, though. Anyways.
Isn't Hotaru the only playable Order Realm character?
No, there are actually two other ones, but they both suck. Dairu and Darius. But
Oh right.
we're not
I
gonna
don't-
talk about those guys.
Yeah, I forgot about Dairu. I remember Darius, because he's like what, the Blade knockoff?
Yeah, he's the Blade knockoff.
Yeah. Oh, he's from Order Realm?
Yeah, he's from Order Realm. He leads like a resistance in Order Realm.
Oh right.
Which is very
'cause
counterintuitive, but whatever.
I keep thinking he's from Chaos Realm because he's
No,
not.
no, he honestly should
orderly.
be, but he's not.
Yeah, he's from Order.
I don't remember
Such
who
a
this
beast.
next person is, but we'll see. Oh
I
yeah,
think it's-
Reptile. Okay, Baraka keeps getting used as the jobber way too much. Tarkatans keep getting used as the jobber way too much. Honestly, I
funny.
feel like Liu Kang might this might sound bad, but I feel like Liu Kang might just make the Tarkatans not exist, because technically the Tarkatan like race was started by like a mix, like basically demons and outworlders started fucking, and that's what produced Tarkatans. That's canon. So I feel like maybe in this new timeline, because really it was Shao Kahn that caused the annihilation of reptile species, the Saurians. What if not only do we have Reptile, but the new like kind of like mass army thing is Saurians instead of Tarkatans? Just because I think it would be a nice refreshing thing to see some new faces instead of the same horribly disfigured ones. Next,
Yes, new figured ones.
exactly, new scaly ones. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Ermac. I mostly put him here because I hate how he got shafted in MK11. How he was in the crypt but wasn't playable. Like they made a new design for him and everything and just killed him in the crypt. That made me upset. And also, especially because Ermac has such good lore in the original timeline. Like, I don't have a lot of time to get into all of that. Like, I already know that mine is based more on lore than yours is. I'm sure yours is based a bit more on gameplay.
Mine's based almost entirely on gameplay, except for one part of it. It's actually lore based.
Okay. But no, Ermac is like, he's got such good lore and he's such a good character. I just feel like they should better utilize him. Now Cabal is not on this roster because Cabal is dead. And I don't remember who this last person on the base roster is. Oh, that's Natara. Natara is just another one that I wanted to bring in for NetherRealm because I wanted to have a bit more representatives of the other realms that we don't normally get, like Onaga for Outworld, Natara for the NetherRealm, Hotaru for the Order Realm, Havoc for the Chaos Realm. Really, any of these guys for Earth Realm because they don't usually show up much. Jarek, the easily bamboozled Jarek, is one of my favorite memes in like the Mortal Kombat fandom. It's so funny. He's literally defeated by sidestepping him, and it's kind of funny. Now, yeah, I bet you're wondering, wow, that's the entire base roster. That's kind of weird. It seems like it's missing a few fan favorites. Yes, it is, and I'll explain that real quick. Melina's not here, just in general. Mostly because her fan base is toxic. And also, I thought about it logically, right? If Liu Kang was resetting the timeline and Katana was like his waifu, he's not gonna carry over his wife's evil twin into the new timeline. He's just not going to. Not to mention that if Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn don't exist, like I had said that they probably won't, with Liu Kang running the timeline, then Melina can't exist. Just straight up cannot exist. Especially also if Tarkatans don't exist, like I had mentioned, but that's also just speculation about Tarkatans. That one might not be true.
They're not real. They can't hurt you.
Tarkatans. Shinnok isn't here, well, obviously because of the whole thing. That would be another one that I feel like Liu Kang would eliminate. Same with Quan Chi. Goro, I think, would also be one that he might want to get rid of just because Goro is the whole reason Earthrealm almost gets taken over. You might notice Cassie Cage is also not here. I don't have like a good reason for that. There just wasn't the space for her in the roster, and I don't care about her enough as a character to put her in. Which I know might sound bad when fucking Jarek is on this.
Okay, that does make a point. You put Jarek on here, but not fan favorite Cassie Cage.
It was for story reasons.
Why is okay, besides the turf war, does Jarek really serve a purpose?
Yes, because they can look at Cassie. They've already dove into her lore a lot. Jarek has been in 2 games, same amount as Cassie, and we know nothing about him. The reason Jarek is so good for this is because he's almost entirely a clean slate. You can do literally anything you want with him, and it won't go against his previously established character. He's literally he's clay. You can mold him into whatever you need him to be. Same with like Reiko. He's not, or Movado, or Natara, or Hotaru, or Havoc. They've not been in these games enough to have, or even Tremor. Like that's what I say when I say that the 3D era is literally half of Mortal Kombat. Yet most of the characters from it are so poorly defined because they did not give a shit to carry them over. So I feel like...
Yeah, when they did the timeline reset in 9, they just kind of...
Yeah, no, literally. Like, want to know something interesting? Only 5 characters who originated from the 3D era made it into the Netherrealm timeline, and most of them were as DLC. Fujin, Bo Raicho, Kenshi. Kenshi was base roster in MKX, but it's also worth noting that he was DLC in MK9. Trying to remember who the other ones were. There were 2 more. Came from the Quan Chi, but he's base roster in both of his appearances. Yeah. And Tanya, who was DLC.
Quan Chi had 3 appearances.
So that doesn't... Well, either he's non-DLC in the NetherRealm timeline is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no. So now let's move on to the DLC, now that rant is over. So the DLC, what I wanted to do is I wanted to have 1 character from the Trilogy era, 2 characters from the 3D era, because the Trilogy era gets overrepresented in everything. Let's be honest here. They're my favorite ones, but they get overrepresented a lot. So I only went for 1. 2 from the 3D era, and then 2 from the NetherRealm era. So, first one for our Trilogy era. You'll be a fan of this. I promise. We got Smoke.
Who I think it's Smoke. I knew it was Smoke.
Did you really?
Yes. 100% knew it was Smoke.
Oh, of course you knew it was Smoke. I know how you knew it was Smoke, but I'm not going to say it. Just stop looking at the margins.
Oh, I wasn't looking at the margins.
Okay.
I can't see that.
Never
you
mind.
think I can see the blend around the blue? Everything is gray and blue, man.
You know
I wasn't
what I mean.
cheating.
You know what I
just
mean.
knew. I'm also not wearing my glasses. I can't see that well.
Anyways, so for the 3D era characters, I can't remember which order I put them here in, but I think that one is, yeah, Draman for the first pick, because once again for more NetherRealm era, and also he's another one of those characters you can kind of do anything with. He's got such an interesting design that I feel like you could definitely do some cool stuff with him. For the other 3D era pick, I'm trying to remember who I put in here. I can't quite remember. Oh, it's Kai. Kai is another one of those characters that I think could definitely use a second chance. His design's not that interesting. And his design is boring, and he is just kind of a Liu Kang clone. But I feel like if you're wanting to do like a whole next generation thing like they tried to do in MKX, Kai needs to be there, because his whole purpose was to be like the mentee of Liu Kang and Kung Lao. He's supposed to be the next generation of Shaolin monks. So, now moving on to the NetherRealm era. Cassie Cage is not on this, just to let you know. I chose 2 characters that were different.
I want to try and guess.
Oh, sorry, I already got rid of one.
Okay, well that's Takeda.
Takeda, because I think Takeda is, in my opinion, Takeda's the best combat kid. I personally prefer him over Cassie. And I don't think he's not really gotten much to do. He's another one of those characters that they can kind of do anything with, because he's not really been very well defined. And then for the last one, I think you know who this is going to be.
Let me think for a second here.
Here, I'll give you a hint. There are rules to his profession. Be rootin', or sorry, 4 rules. Be rootin', be tootin', and by God, be shootin'. But most importantly, be kind. Aaron Black as the last DLC for MK12. At least for Combat Pack 1. Because this only covers the first Combat Pack. It doesn't really cover like Combats 2, 3, or maybe even 4. But that is my proposition for Mortal Kombat 12. Now, yes, that is that is it.
Okay, so for mine, you can look at mine now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Alright.
just.
I mean, I think I'm gonna start this off the exact same way Preston did. I am going to start it off with revealing Scorpion. Because you can't have a Mortal Kombat game without Scorpion.
I mean, you can. It's called Mortal Kombat 3.
Okay, but they remade 3 twice.
Twice.
But anyway, you can't have Scorpion without Sub-Zero.
Yeah. I mean, you can have Sub-Zero without Scorpion, apparently.
Yes, you can. Sub-Zero is the only one who's been in every single game.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting fact. But technically not this Sub-Zero, because that is Kuai Liang. And you can't have Kuai Liang without his dead brother.
I mean, you can. That was MKX.
We have Noob. Because he's cool. I don't know. I felt like that. I don't remember who this is, but I don't think they have a grand reveal. I'm pretty sure it's just Cyrax.
It's just
Cyrax. But I mean, also, okay, I know who this is now. This is Sector, because you need one.
Yeah, you gotta have both. I'll give you that. You gotta have both. Which I'm assuming the next one is
both.
probably Smoke then.
Yep, the next one is Smoke.
Yeah.
Because you can't have they're the best trio in the game. So much so, they merged them into one character for one of the games. But that was the worst decision they ever did.
We don't talk about Triborg.
I don't remember who the next one is. I know who this is. So we're gonna talk about this one.
Okay.
We're gonna go out of order. We're gonna talk about.
I went out of order.
The hero of the stories. Because in the 12th game, he's reset the timeline. Right.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah.
Certain places.
Or at 11. He's at the end of the 11.
End of 11, he reset the timeline, which is going to explain the next person who shows up. The next several, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but they're not in order because I forgot to order them correctly. It's going to be Rain. Because Rain is like the crown prince of Edenia after the death of his father.
The king of Edenia.
Oh,
or technically, yeah. He is the prince of Edenia.
Yeah.
Technically.
He's the prince of Edenia. Since Edenia wasn't completely flattened as it is now.
Wait, no. He's kind of a prince. No, the Katana would be the ruler. Katana, Sindel.
Yeah, okay, well, Rain's still important.
Sindel's the queen, so yeah. No, Rain is just the. Rain is the son of their protector god.
Okay, well, he's a demigod that protects Edenia. Since Edenia didn't get merged with Outworld, the next one's gonna make sense as well because it's Katana.
Yeah. And
because there's more Edenian presence since Edenia is actually its own place now, and we get to actually do stuff with that because Edenia is not gonna get destroyed. Speaking of Edenia not being destroyed, that's the wrong person. That's Tanya. That's Tanya. Tanya wasn't supposed to be in that spot. I meant to reveal Jade. I meant to reveal Jade.
Oh.
Because Jade is the other fan favorite Edenian, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I put them after the. Oh, and I don't remember why. Wait, no, that's not the right person. Let's just go back to the beginning. Our next reveal is Johnny Cage.
Oh, Johnny Cage.
Everybody loves Johnny Cage.
Yeah, of course.
You can't have Johnny Cage without Sonya. Because, I don't know, they got married.
I mean, you can. It's called Mortal Kombat 2.
Can you stop ruining my fun every time I say these things? Anyway, if there's a game with Sonya in it, you gotta have Jax as well. Because what's the good special
no, it's called
forces
Mortal
team?
Kombat 1.
I'm going to beat you to death with your own arms.
This is fun.
I don't remember who. Hold on, Is that who? No, that's not who I thought it was. Hold on, where is he?
Is that okay?
That is also okay. No, there's somewhere on this. Hold on. Where art thou? Is that them?
I think that's Tremor.
That's not okay. It's not Tremor then. Okay, well we might as well show Tremor because I accidentally spoiled Tremor.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, Tremor because well, if we're gonna show Tremor, we need to show Kano as well because I wanted to put
Yeah.
different Black Dragon members in. But if
Hey,
we're gonna
just like me.
have Kano, you gotta have his favorite lackey. By favorite, I mean the one he wants to abuse the most,
It's
Cabal.
fair.
But
I mean, that's fair.
oh boy, I really should have took a picture of these. Oh, okay. Well, I might
That's
as well reveal
yeah. He's one of the
Raiden.
original 7.
Yeah, original 7. But I want since we have Raiden, we got to put one of the other gods in. You got to use
Oh,
Fujin.
okay.
Because Fujin doesn't get enough screen time. Even though he's been in a lot of games, he was in the 3D era as well.
Yes, he is from the 3D era, yeah.
He is from the 3D era, so I wanted to include a couple 3D era characters in here, but I definitely did not put as many as Preston did. By that I mean
Yeah.
like that's most of these are like besides like well technically I don't know what era I think Tremor's a NetherRealm era character technically. Technically. Same thing with Tan. No, Tan is actually a 3D era character.
Yeah, no, Tanya's the 3D era.
Yeah,
She
Tanya's a
debuted
3D
in
era.
4.
4. Yeah, she's a 3D era character. I have no idea who this is. I think I'm just gonna reveal it and talk about them. Oh, it's Kenshi.
Oh,
Kenshi
that's
is
another
another
3D era
3D era character.
from
See,
Deadly Alliance.
I have more 3D era characters than you thought I'd have.
Actually, yeah, you know what? I'll give you that. I wasn't expecting Tanya.
I don't remember who this is. Oh, it's another
Oh,
3D.
I was expecting him.
Yeah, but he's also a 3D era character.
He is a 3D era, yes, I'll give you that.
Yeah, so see, look, there's not just trilogy era characters, which you expected my list to just be nothing but trilogy characters.
No, I expected it to be something close to this. I expected it to be very close to the MK9 roster, which so far only 2 of these guys are not on, or sorry, 3 of them are not on the MK9 roster.
Okay, well, let me change that for you. I think. Oh, he's a DLC character. Hold on.
Oh, no, don't reveal the DLC at the end. Johan?
Technical difficulties. Preston, pausing the recording.
Surprised.
Okay, so technical difficulties over. Okay, speaking of more Special Forces characters, we have Stryker, who really didn't get many games he was in, because he was last in 9.
Yeah.
But he hasn't really shown up. I mean,
he's only been in 3 games.
And one of those was
Armageddon.
Armageddon, the one that everybody was in, except
I mean, if you count 3 Ultimate 3 and Trilogy as 3 separate games, then he's in a lot more.
We don't count them as separate games. All the iterations of 3 count as one. Speaking of people who are not from the original, this person is from the original trilogy. Scarlet.
Learn your. Oh, they're technically not. She's technically another realm character.
Technically,
she was an urban legend.
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. I'm gonna take a guess as to who your last slot is. Who's not the pre-order bonus? I'm gonna say it's Reptile.
You are absolutely wrong. It's Ermac.
Oh, Ermac. Wow, that's surprising. I thought I was the one who loved Ermac.
Ermac is you were
Ermac is one of my favorite ones. Ermac is genuinely one of my favorites.
Ermac is cool. And we're gonna talk about my pre-order bonus. Preston already did a rant about it. It's Onaga.
It's still Onaga?
It's still Onaga. Now we're gonna reveal DLC number 1. We're gonna talk about them.
Okay. Is your DLC themed?
It's Movado.
Oh,
no, it's not.
Movado.
It's Movado. Movado.
Okay, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you put it. That's the first one to surprise me.
Really? Movado.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't think you cared enough about Movado to put him in.
Well, no, Movado's a great character. It's just he's only in 2 games, and one of those is what?
Armageddon.
One of those is
Armageddon. One of them is Armageddon.
All right, and then we're gonna move on from Movado, because Movado's just he's probably gonna find some funny interaction with Cabal. Who knows? Revealing the next one.
Shang Tsung. Okay.
Because
Okay.
we need some. Wait a minute. That's who's supposed to be there. Okay. I thought he was in a different spot. Shang Tsung, because we need a villain. We just need an Outworld villain. That's it. That's his whole purpose. And he's
No,
cool.
that is something I have noticed. You don't have a lot of villains on here.
Well, let's see. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Is it
Oh,
this one?
I think I know who that was. I'm not gonna say
This
anything though.
one is another
Oh,
villain
Reptile.
character.
Reptile.
Reptile.
There
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah. Alright, we're not gonna talk about the next one reveal. We're gonna talk about this one. Another villain character.
Oh,
Kintaro.
Kintaro. Okay. Okay.
Because we need more villain characters. And speaking of more villain characters, we need Sindel. Because if
Oh,
Adenia
that's
wasn't
not who I
completely
thought it was.
if Adenia wasn't completely flattened, well, Sindel is probably maybe not evil, but will probably find a way to become evil.
No, for real. That's the main. So, all right. That's a. I like this roster. I do. I do. I think you did good with it. It is about what I expected.
Yeah.
I do have to say, Movado is the only one that genuinely surprised me.
Really? Just
hmm
Movado?
Just Movado. No, the rest of these seem completely in character for you. That's not meant to be an insult. It sounded like an insult, but it was
That
not meant to
that
be.
just sounded like straight up an insult.
All right, now that we've done this, there's only one thing left to do. And you know what that one thing left to do is.
Pick favorite children?
All right.
Yep.
So now it's time. It is time for us to finalize the roster.
Fight over children.
Fighting over spots. Okay, so I
Can we
would
just agree that the
propose.
original 7 stay? Can we
Oh
just
yeah,
civilly
no,
agree that?
no. Yeah, of course. Original 7 stay. I would argue to get rid of some of the Adenians because you have put in quite a few Adenians and there's like no representation of the other realms.
That's the thing. I don't care about Order Realm or Chaos Realm.
Yeah, but I feel like they should go back. I feel like they need to come back because they have not been here in a long time. Also, Scarlet technically wouldn't exist without Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn.
Shang Tsung is there.
Yeah, but Shang Tsung shouldn't be, if I'm being honest. The reason he shouldn't exist anymore. Liu Kang erased him from existence in the last game.
But you can't just erase everybody. You gotta keep some of the main villains.
That's why Onaga's there.
Yeah, but like, that's the only one. We both have Onaga.
We both have Onaga. Okay, so we can both agree
know-
Onaga is the main boss.
Yes.
I guess technically Ermac wouldn't exist without Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn either, but
So that means if we get rid of Shang Tsung, we gotta kill Ermac too.
that's
They're
not
real.
that's not what that means.
That's by my logic.
I don't think Shang Tsung should be there. I just don't.
Okay. I'll allow it. But who is taking his who's taking his place?
I think we could hear me out. If you want, I don't know, just for now. I don't know if we really need Rain either. But
You know who I think who I'm willing to haggle away?
Who?
Cabal. Cabal is something I'm willing to haggle away with.
I think we should do this and replace Cabal with Movado.
I'll allow it.
Because that gives us a bit more 3D era representation. Because like I said, 3D era is literally half of all Mortal Kombat games, and they just don't.
A good chunk of these are 3D era characters, though.
Most of
they just make an
just
appearance.
Trilogy.
There's at least 5 that are 3D era on there.
That's okay.
There's more than that. I just don't want to count. Because original 7, that's just trilogy errors. I'm not counting them as towards the count of who is. I see you
Hear me
hovering
out, right?
Jarek. No,
Hear me out.
Get Jarek out of
He
here.
is the roster.
Move Jarek.
Jarek
Why
is
is
the
Jarek...
roster.
Why does Jarek go behind things? Okay, you know what? No, Jarek isn't allowed in. I'm sorry.
Why?
No. Because
I gave you my reasoning for why he should be. He needs to come back.
He doesn't need to come back.
He
Jarek
does
isn't
need to come
important.
back.
You know, I'd be more willing to let Kai in than Jarek. Because I don't like
Why?
Jarek.
What
Because
is wrong
Kai
with
has way
Jarek?
more potential than Jarek. The easily bamboozled Jarek jumped off a cliff.
That's what's so great. We can
No,
redeem him.
I would much rather have Kai.
I would rather have Jarek than Kai, to be honest with you.
Jarek than
If
really?
there's no
You
Jarek,
put-
I'm not putting or Jarek should be on there. We need if Mavado is here and killing the Black Dragon, and the only Black Dragon here is Kano and Tremor.
we got rid of the other one.
I don't know, man.
I hate Jarek. He's
I
just
don't
such
understand
a
what your problem with Jarek is.
poorly designed, and he just isn't
That can
good.
change.
We'll talk about Jarek later.
Okay.
Yeah, those two still go.
Okay, so I'm saying, what our rosters are not that different, but they're also very different.
Yeah.
I don't know about Rain being because Rain was DLC in the last one.
That's why I made him base game.
I don't know about making him base game.
Rain needs another chance at being a base game character. Because
know.
I feel like we can do so much more with Adenia now that it's not part of Outworld. There's so much we can do. It's an entire realm that just gets overshadowed by Outworld the entire time, but it's always there.
What if? Nope, no, wrong one.
You know who I'm willing to bargain away at this point?
Who?
I don't really care for Tanya. We can get rid of Tanya if we can keep Scarlet, because I feel like Scarlet has potential. I like that character in X.
I feel like she's not in X.
I thought she was in, oh, she's in 11.
She's in
Sorry,
11,
not
yeah.
X. I was thinking of Tanya, but you moved Tanya. My eyes replaced this thing I was talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I would rather have Scarlet than Tanya.
I mean, fair. I'd rather not have Jade, honestly. Jade's a boring character.
You don't like Jade?
She's a boring character. Like, I don't dislike her, but she's not like a must-have for me.
Okay, hear me out. Swap Jade and Tanya.
I mean, Tanya's more interesting than Jade. I'll give you that.
Okay, let's put Tanya back in then.
Okay.
Okay, that's four Adenians, down one. That's
still
I'm trying
a
to
lot
have
of
more
Adenians.
That's like saying there's a lot of Earthrealm.
There is. I mean, you're
There
not wrong.
There always is. It's the prime focus of the game.
We could get more.
Actually, Sindel makes 5. Actually.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, Scarlet's
the
not
reason
in
I
the
didn't
game.
put
It's
Sindel on
Outworld.
mine. The reason I didn't put Sindel on mine was because I figured she would most likely get deleted after what happened in MK11. Because they really just want to retcon her into being evil the whole time.
But like, we don't have to make her evil though, because with no Shao Kahn, I almost said Shinnok, no Shao Kahn, no Shang Tsung, there's no reason for her to be evil.
I don't know, man.
We can make her a good character again, or we could just erase her from existence. You know what? Bargaining, we replace her with an Order Realm character.
Okay. Okay.
I'm allowing. We'll put an Order Realm character in because we have a Chaos Realm character. I will allow this.
Hear me out. We switch him as a DLC. We make Scarlet
Put Striker
a DLC.
in DLC. Oh, Scarlet. I was gonna say Striker. Yeah, that's acceptable.
Well, no one would buy it. Okay, no offense to Striker, but no one would buy a Striker DLC.
I'd buy a Striker DLC.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't unless he came in a pack with other characters.
If he was like $1, I'd buy him. I don't know how much that. They're $10 and you get 5 characters, so they're $2. I'd pay $2 independently for Striker.
Let's see.
Okay.
So
I
there's
think
also
we should move someone to a DLC that's in main roster.
Who would you suggest?
I think we bump Ermac to DLC.
I am okay with that.
I think we bump Ermac to DLC. And I say we actually throw Natara into the list for more NetherRealm representation.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking either Natara or Draman.
I like Natara more than Draman.
I like Draman as well. I mean, I like Natara more, but Draman is. Yeah. I don't dislike.
I'm gonna
be real with you, Chief. I'm gonna be real with you.
What'd you just do? I didn't see it. My computer's lagging.
Quan Chi is DLC.
Oh, yeah, that's acceptable.
Because
I'll
at least
allow
then
it.
he doesn't affect the main story.
That's okay. You know, I'm gonna do something that you're probably gonna not see coming.
Okay.
You're not gonna see this.
Wow, I thought you hated that character.
But here's the thing: if there's no Shao Kahn, he serves a purpose.
Okay.
Without Shao Kahn, he has a purpose. His purpose was irrelevant when Shao Kahn existed.
That's
But
true.
without a Shao Kahn, he actually has a useful purpose.
Plus, he also provides us with another villain character.
Yes, I will. You never saw that coming. You would have been shocked if he was on the base roster.
No, I would have been. I knew he wasn't gonna be. Because okay, wait. I feel like we need to trade one more from here, from the main roster into DLC, but I don't know
Who do we move out?
because I think we need to put.
Kintaro. No, we need to keep Kintaro in there. We move Reptile out.
I was saying we need to put Reptile into the base roster. I'd say
because Reptile can affect the story. So you know who we moved down there?
Who?
Fujin.
I was thinking that too, but he was also DLC in the last game.
Was he?
Yes.
Then move.
Okay.
I don't want to do it to him, but put.
What about Noob?
I was gonna say put Noob. Yeah, put Noob. I don't want to do it to him, but put Noob down there.
Noob wasn't even on mine, so that's a step up for him. Now there's only actually no. Scarlet fits the Nether Realm requirement on the for this as well. Yeah, Kintaro. I've wanted Kintaro to be base game, but I'm willing to compromise having him DLC. I wanted him to serve a purpose in the story. He can still serve a purpose in the story, I guess.
Okay.
Because Shiva did the same thing. He just can't. What?
Yeah. He has to be part of the he has to be part of the DLC story.
Yeah, you know what we could do, and I don't know if you'd be okay with doing this, but I'm just gonna propose it. We switch Kintaro and Smoke.
Ooh. That's a.
Because that gives us another Outworld villain on the roster.
How many Outworld villains do we have on the base roster though?
We have
two.
Reiko and Onaga.
Yeah, but Onaga's the Outworld.
Yeah,
villain.
he's the Shao Kahn of this game. At least what we are proposing. But do you see what I mean about I think it would be really cool if it's Onaga is now the Outworld Emperor because Liu Kang overlooked it.
Okay, you know what? I think Smoke being DLC is something I can live with. I can live with that and Kintaro swapping. I can live with this.
Because I think Kintaro also being one that Liu Kang didn't think of because it was Goro that killed the great Kung Lao. I think that's a interesting idea.
This is something that I can live with because he's also not gonna be a cyborg.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Most likely. He could have a cyborg skin, I think.
Yeah, because you gotta give him a cyborg skin.
And then we can just replace some of his moves, or just make new animations for some of his moves, like the spear. Just make the trident little thing come out of him. Okay, I think we found a good middle ground here. I'm not really a fan of Quan Chi being on the roster, just because I think he would be one that would get erased, but I can live with this.
But without Quan Chi, that means several other people who don't get to exist.
Really. I mean, technically, I'm sure they'd find a way, because you got to remember as well that Liu Kang is literally able to just shape this timeline in any way he wants. So I guess logic doesn't really apply here, but I tried to apply logic with mine.
That's fair, but my thought process is if Quan Chi got erased, a good chunk of NetherRealm goes with him.
Well, really only Scorpion, which he could just be playable as Hanzo.
Playable as Hanzo. That's the thing is they lose a poster child.
And so does Noob technically, but Noob wasn't even on my roster.
Yeah, but okay, two of the people on this roster get heavily altered, and that's a reason for Noob to also be in the DLC because Quan Chi is also there.
Fair. I mean, I'm just looking. There's the DLC is very heavy on trilogy characters, but that's fine.
Okay, actually, that's only one of them isn't a trilogy character. Actually,
no, two of them.
Two of them are. Oh yeah, because Scarlet didn't exist.
3D era and
Scarlet didn't actually exist. She was a rumor. I keep forgetting that she wasn't actually in those games.
She was Ermac in the first game,
2.
except Ermac became an actual character later.
Yeah, I keep thinking Ermac was actually in the first 3.
He
He's
was
not.
in the first 3. He was in
Sorry, what was
Trilogy.
in 2? He was in Trilogy. Oh, he's in Trilogy?
Yeah, he's
No,
Trilogy.
I mean like
Ermac is
not in base 3 is what I mean.
Yeah, no, he's not in base 3.
I keep thinking they're both in base 3.
Oh, most characters are not in base 3, let me tell you.
Trilogy is the one.
Trilogy is okay. Trilogy is my favorite game in the series. No cap.
9's my favorite.
That I know. I know.
The fact that I basically just used the 9 roster with a few additions.
You did. And one like a couple takeaways as well, but you did just make the 9 roster essentially.
But the 9 had the best roster.
I think Trilogy had the best roster. Well, honestly, this is gonna sound so like cliche, but I think Armageddon had the best roster.
Had the best roster? Yeah, because everyone.
Yeah, because
who was in Armageddon? Everyone was in.
The only thing.
What other game were they in?
A couple things I don't like about Armageddon, but whatever. Well, that's neither here nor there. No, I just don't. I don't like some of the. I don't like the fatalities of Armageddon at all, but that's neither here nor there. That's a rant for.
A few of them were lazy. A few of them were very lazy. I'll say that. Cyrax is.
No. They're all lazy. They're all the same. Every fatality is the same. It's a build of fatality. Remember, that's what Armageddon had. Build a fatality is cool in concept, but was not executed well.
That was a creative fighter.
I love creative fighters so much.
It was horribly
unbalanced. It was. Anyways, so that is the end. We've made this roster for you, Papa Boon, so that you don't have to. So the final roster of Mortal Kombat 12 will be, and if it's not this, then burn, riot in the streets, do everything you must to make this the roster.
We gotta send this directly to Boon.
Send this directly to Boon, yeah. So
he needs this.
The final roster will be Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, Cyrax, Sector, Kintaro, Johnny Cage, Raiden, Kano, Sonya Blade, Liu Kang, Kenshi, Reiko, Fujin, Movado, Jax, Havoc, Katana, Hotaru, Tanya, Rain, Striker, Nitara, Tremor, Onaga, and then, or as a pre-order bonus for Onaga. And the DLC, at least for Combat Pack 1, will be Quan Chi, Ermac, Noob Saibot, Scarlet, and Smoke. This is the roster. Now, the real question, do I like this better than my roster? Kinda, but kinda not. But it's okay.
I can still tell you're unhappy with the presence of Rain.
No, Rain's fine. If Rain is fine, I'm fine with this.
Who are you not happy with in this roster?
No. It's all good. It's all good. I'm happy with this roster. I'm happy with this roster.
No, this is just my curiosity. I feel like there's one more person you wanted to get in here that didn't make it.
I really want Jarek.